Shaq before. I wanted to just try with us four, because five
All right.
probably would have been a crowd.
All right, let's go.
Thank you, bro.
Right here at 12 minutes and 51 seconds. All right, ready? All right. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Foul Out Podcast. Today we got Woodstock Socrates, aka Cam and Scott. We got Willie Thomas in the building. And of course, my brother Anthony. And yours truly, our King Preem Gibson. Um, Go ahead and start the first topic off, Lyle.
Right, right. Welcome to the Foul Out Podcast. Today we got a few topics on the board. So let's get to the first one. I'm gonna drop this picture off on y'all. Luka Dončić trade to the LA Lakers. We have. Let me make sure I point out we do have a Maverick stand in the building with Willie. Willie, we gonna start you off first, man. What you think? What you think about this trade?
Uh, Shocking to say the least. I hate that it happened. Uh, yeah, I mean, look, I really got no. I don't want to. So yeah, y'all know how I feel about that, man. It
Man,
happened.
we on the
With
pod. You
the
gotta express yourself, man. Tell us what you think, man. You mad? Tell them why
so
you mad.
it was a so I'll tell you this right here. Initially, I was very mad, but seeing how everything else is going, like these boys is like Golden State just got Jimmy Butler. I mean, I feel like he just lit the pen that was ready to get lit with everyone doing all these trades. You saw Chris Middleton got sent to Washington. Now, come on, like, okay, so I get Luka to LA, but you seeing Chris Middleton, your MVP in your championship season, to Washington? They got what, 6 wins? So they sending him there to die. So he must have did something crazy. Like, it's one thing. So like we sent Luka to LA, right? So he can complain and he can be pissed, but like, bro, you in LA, y'all in the playoffs. We didn't send you to, you know, Washington. So, but for Luka, man, he a legend. Borderline need a statue outside the building. But from now, moving forward, I think it made Dallas stronger in the short run. When I say short run, I mean 2 to 3 years. Because if you look at the lineup right now, without AD playing, like we just took Philly to what, 1 point game with no AD, and they had their whole team out there. So I think we're gonna see. This gonna be Nico Harrison. He either gonna go down as like the GOAT or he gonna go down as a fraud. So man, I'm hurt by Luka gone, but it's business, man. I hate to say it like that. It's business. It sucks as a fan, but we're gonna bounce back, bro. Just wait till we get AD a couple games in, and we'll see what's going on.
Okay. Ken, what you think about the trade? You think the Lakers won? You think the Mavs won?
Hey man, it sounds to me.
Hey, look, man. Lakers going to the championship. Lakers going to the championship. We not done. That's the crazy part. We
Hey
not done.
man,
Now you gotta see how you looking. I see you
without
looking.
without Mark Cuban in that front office of that franchise, you talking about a brand new poverty franchise, man. Them folks do not know how to run a sports team. It's not looking good for that team. That was a dumb trade, dumb decision. There are reports about the GM not even expecting to be on the team long term. There, I mean, he didn't exercise. I guess.
And they kept everything under wraps.
But
Yeah,
this the same GM that got them PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively that helped them get to the finals last year.
Do you think it's some
And
type of
Kyrie.
beef?
that's
And he got Kyrie too.
yeah. He did got to have Kyrie, and let's see. Kyrie and Anthony Davis is a whole lot different than LeBron and Anthony Davis.
I'll
But
say
we will
this.
see
I'll
what
say this.
happens.
I think he made this. This is my thinking for him, and I ain't saying this is what he was thinking. I'm thinking he saw what we saw in the finals, and he said this team ain't good enough to win a finals, right? I'm thinking in his logic, he don't want them to be like Phoenix, where they went to the finals. What, 10 years ago? Almost not 10 years ago. They went to the finals like what,
4 years ago,
6 years ago?
four.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, Giannis won in 2020, so 5 years ago, and they ain't sniffed They ain't sniffed
Because
the final
Giannis been
since.
hurt every year. He been hurt 4 years in a row, bro.
No, no, no,
Four.
no. I'm talking Phoenix, bro. They went to the finals. They lost to Giannis that year,
Chris
and they
Paul.
ain't, they ain't sniffed the final since. So he looking at that thinking like, okay, we made it to the finals, but clearly Luka
There
was a
he is.
liability. Luka was a liability. So defensively, he was a liability, and he thinking, okay, we can get the points. If I can get the points with AD and get the defense in a league where it ain't that many big men anyway, we'll see. We just got to make the playoffs. Let's be fair. Dallas just got to make the playoffs.
Dog,
That's all they got to
talking
do.
about. You went from we trying to win the finals to we just got to get to the playoffs.
No. What I'm saying is they just got to get in the playoffs to make it happen. We right now we the 11th seed, I think. But for this thing, they so talented. They just need to make the playoffs, and then from that point on, now you got to beat a team 4 times in a row. And that's the thing. Like we made the finals as a 5 seed. It wasn't because we was the best regular season team. It's because we was a tough matchup in the playoffs. And the playoffs are all about matchups. So AD is a matchup, bro. I don't know why people talk crazy on AD like he like a scrub. Like what? Like, bro. But AD is a dog, you know. So
He is. Especially if he can stay healthy. I think mainly
that man because he goofy.
the main thing is that we got rid of AD is because of the injuries. He's been injured. Last year was the first year that he didn't get injured. But what about this year? And with AD on your team, that's what you're gonna deal with. You're gonna deal with injuries, man. And that's the worst part about him. So I guess we got rid of him now instead of having to have an old 35-year-old AD on the team in like
yeah,
4 years.
he just started. Yeah, you're right. But Luka hurt too.
Dog, and he almost 7 feet tall, man. At some point, gravity starts taking its toll on your life. It's just hard to play the high level at that age, at that size range.
And we got Luka now. We got somebody to combat that Nuggets team. Because Nuggets is the main team in the Lakers way. That's the team who we've been battling since 2020. And that's the main team in our way. That's who takes us out every time. Nobody else can beat us, no matter if they're a higher seed or whatever. That's who takes us out. And we got something for him now. We got a shooter, a real shooter, a scorer, not just a shooter. We got a scorer.
Y'all better pray that y'all don't play Denver. Y'all matched up with them right now.
We gotta play Denver. What you mean?
I'm saying
the real question.
I'm saying off the
trade though is like, is Luka gonna stay long term? And if he does stay long term, do you think he can win a championship with LA? Because like every superstar that's been on the Lakers that's at Luka's level has won a championship except Elgin Baylor. So that's Magic, that's Kareem, that's Kobe, Shaq, LeBron. You know, everybody at that caliber has won a chip. If Luka stays there, do y'all think the lights will be too bright for him? Like, you think he can win a chip?
Jerome,
no.
What you think?
So Jerome is featuring as a guest since no one formally introduced me. But happy
We
to be
did.
here. But I must have missed that. Sorry. But happy to be here. But I think so. What was the question? Just so I'm on the same page.
Do you think
the lights
Luka's
will
gonna
be
stay?
too bright?
You think Luka gonna stay in LA long term?
Based off the recent, I guess, news that we've been seeing, like, his gestures and the way he's been going about, like, being in LA, it seems like it's genuine in a sense. Some would say that they think otherwise, but I do think he's happy to be in a big market. I feel like a lot of international players try to get to those big markets. And this was obviously something that he didn't expect, but I think it's a good situation to be in now. And now the ball is literally on the Lakers' court to make the appropriate moves to keep him there.
I say no. I say this: if he don't sign that extension this year, he gone straight like that. Because Bron ain't gonna be there. I say this, like, bruh, He got that player option in 2026. If they don't sign him, like how Jimmy Butler just signed that 2-year extension, if they don't sign him this year, if the Lakers, let's say the Lakers get bombed out the playoffs and Bron say, I'm out, he gonna look around and Jerome can attest this, he gonna say, damn, I'm in the same situation I was in Dallas 3 years ago. I can go to Denver and go get a chip. So the Lakers taking a risk. Like we took a risk with Kyrie. Remember when we got Kyrie, he gave us his word that he was gonna sign back, and he did sign back because he could have went to LA, but he gave us his word and he signed back. We were the only team that took him after that. He had the little issue with the movie, book, or whatever. So if Luka is sitting here in the summer and he like, I'm gonna wait and see what happened next year. Wheezy out of here. Wheezy out of here.
So why are you dead set on Luka going to Phoenix? Like, why do you feel like that's the way?
I'm saying he going to Denver.
Oh, that's what I meant to say. Sorry. Why do you feel like that? That's his landing spot.
Because that's where his homeboy, that's his best friend. They hang out all the time in Serbia and Slovenia. They be talking the same language. That's his dog. That's his road dog. And if you want to get a chip, where else you gonna go?
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so one quick hit on this. Do y'all think this is the biggest event to happen in the NBA since LeBron's decision?
I think
I'm gonna say Kevin Durant.
Yeah, it ain't bigger than KD. KD was like life altering.
That was groundbreaking. Yeah.
I'll also
Cam,
put
what
this
you think?
into perspective. If David Stern was still in the still commissioner, they may have pulled one. He might have pulled one of them vetoes like he did from Chris Paul. But who's that supposed to go to the Lakers at that time? Was that Chris Paul?
Yeah, he's supposed to go to the
Chris
Lakers.
Paul
He would have
to the
vetoed
Lakers.
it.
This might have been a similar veto situation, and this is just a bad compensated deal to be realistic.
Well, they doing this for views. That's the real answer. The NBA allowing this because their viewership going down. I mean, bro, you gotta remember they pulled that trade at like 11 p.m. on a Sunday. I was like, what? No, I was like, wait, what? I was at the bicentennial ball. It was like midnight, and it said Luka Dončić I said, no, come on now, pulling trades at midnight.
For sure. But let's push it on a little bit. I want to talk about something more on the political side now. Moving on from sports, let me throw this up on the screen for y'all. Okay, so 20,000 federal workers take Elon's buyout so far, officials say. So just a little backstory for the viewers. Elon Musk offered all federal employees 8 months severance pay if they just quit their jobs right now. And what y'all think about that? 20,000 accepted it, and I think it's like
20,000 is about 1% of the federal workforce.
Yeah, it's 2 million federal workers.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing about stuff like this. As a business, generally, these types of moves aren't the best. Because think about it. The people who are willing to just, oh, cool, what? I can get a little severance, a little 8 months time. You're probably losing your top performers. The people who are actually really nice. And they're like, cool, I'm at Google tomorrow. I'm at Apple tomorrow. I'm over here at Northrop Grumman. What's good? So you're kind of really skimming, not really skimming fat. You're probably skimming a little bit more lean muscle off of what you're doing. But I don't think they really care about that. I think this is more of an attempted ideology purge than anything else. So,
just trying to get the price down.
Price down? I just think, honestly, dude, what they want to do is they just want to put the people in there that think the way they do and want what they want in there. And just similar to any type of like takeover kind of dictator scenario, that's kind of how they're building this thing up and out. They're just going to try to furlough the rest of the people, which they'll be able to do probably most of them because they're not really going by the law right now. So it'll be interesting.
My ideology. If we need more money, and I already said that last time, we go to those little countries, shake them coins out of somebody. Willie, you're a federal worker. Willie works with the federal government. He's an engineer He a fed. What you think about this, Willie? Do you think that the best way to make more money for America is to make more money or cut costs? And me thinking to make more money is to shake some of these little countries up and squeeze more out of them. Because that's what Trump doing. You see all those tariffs? That's what he's doing. That is going more so in the way that I think it should go.
Dog,
You know,
one thing, man. For me, and I know it's Willie's time, but like, dude, I guess gotta be real, man. If you ain't cutting out the missiles, you ain't cutting nothing, dude. It's all defense money, man. Everything goes to defense. The people don't make that much money. Not a lot of money goes to the federal workforce. It's entitlements, Medicaid, Social Security, defense budget. If you can't tame those things, none of this other stuff matters. That's just
so
my
you
own.
think we're spending most of our money on military?
I know it. You can see
You
the
know
percentage.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I mean. So, okay, so I'm with that. I'm with that. Make us because people don't like America. People in America don't even like America. You know, we got terrorists in America. So yeah. So you know they don't. You know,
So the
so
issue, the issue. Oh,
go
sorry.
ahead, Willie. Go ahead.
I was gonna say so. Two things. Y'all hit a lot of points. One, that's a failure. 20,000 people left. Them 20,000 people were either leaving, they were borderline retirement, or they working jobs that they ain't making no money anyway, right? So that's that. 20,000 out of 2 million federal workers. You only convinced 1%. Also, the expense date on that is tomorrow. So it's a failure, I think, from what he think was going to happen, because he's just doing a wild goose chase, and it's more likely that it gets held up in court, and then people don't even get their money, because OPM has never been great at doing mass ad hoc. So we'll see how that works out. As far as what he's trying to do, you got to remember too, he did the same thing for Tesla when they took a loss. I think it was last year. He offered them the same exact package he offered us. So I don't know how that worked out for him either. And he's also was trying to leave Tesla too on a crazy compensation deal. Like, it had to go to court on his compensation deal. What did he say? 56 billion for him to leave Tesla or something like that. Insane. But yeah, I think they're going about it the wrong way. Like Anthony, I agree with what you said earlier off the cam, was that they're trying to cut money to make money, and that's not what's going to happen. They're trimming the stuff that literally does nothing. That's almost like you saying, dang, we need to make money for our sports program. Well, let's cut tennis. Yeah, let's cut women's volleyball. Like, bro, they was skimming off. They don't want to say let's cut football, right? Let's cut some of these
Because you
coaches out of
can't.
football,
Because you can't. If you
bro.
are, look, bro. I'm
Hold on,
sorry.
1 second. I don't know if you realize this. If you saw how much money that our defense budget wastes, the amount of money that just goes to just the waste side could finance half of these programs. And you think about it, they created Dodge. So they created another program. They put money in to go cut programs. That's what I'm saying. It's insane. You're right. They're never going to cut military spending like that. No one's ever going to do that. But like Cam said, if you just think about that time when we had $1 billion go missing in the desert, right? Department of Education don't even need $1 billion to run. But we had $1 billion go missing in the desert. We left what? How much we leave? About 20 billion in Afghanistan that they not giving back those weapons. So that's what I'm saying. If you just look at the money that we waste in defense spending, not even cutting it, just the waste, we dropped a shipload of missiles in the water. But he ain't gonna touch that. He's not allowed to touch that. He allowed to skim everything else and then say, "Oh, we doing good," because I'm cutting stuff that wasn't making money anyway, or even using money. That's what I think.
Defense got us in this predicament in the first place. Bill Clinton had a surplus. Then George Bush went out and want to do all these wars and cut taxes at the same time. Two and two don't go together, man. That's when all this stuff started just ballooning out of control. They want you to think that because cousin Maybelline over there on the food stamps is really taking up all your tax money, when that's not really doing anything. It's just the missiles, man. It is what it is, man. Some stuff never
Well,
changes.
okay, so let's take a step back, and I'm gonna tell you why they're not doing it for no reason. All right, do you know the guy in your neighborhood or that was at school that was known for stealing. He is known for
Mhm.
stealing stuff. He was Mr. Take Something. So that's who America is. And Mr. Take Some always grows up to be a guy who carries a gun. You know why? Because if you make a lot of enemies, you gotta have a defense. The second you cut that missile budget, China, uh, Russia, India, all of them like, yeah, they done fucked up. They done messed up now. That's what they waiting on. We can't drop that. We gotta have those submarines in the water waiting for somebody to jump. We gotta have them drones in the sky waiting for a guy to breathe wrong. This is America because we've been hanging guys upside down, shaking them for them coins a long time. Well, you see how Drake is right now. I don't mean to bring hip hop in this, but you see how everybody just yes, Drake lost. Yeah, that's what they waiting to do to America. See,
Yeah,
you
that's
gotta
Yeah,
very
play it
man, but
true.
smart.
we can be way more efficient, man. So look at this, man. I'm looking at some
Tell me
numbers
what you
right
see,
now, man.
Cam. Tell me what you see.
We spending $916 billion on defense. The next 9 countries combined. So China, Russia, India, Saudi Arabia, United Kingdom, Germany, Ukraine, France, and Japan are spending 883 billion. Now I'm sorry, man. You got to be able to. You can find some efficiencies and work them into your processes, etc., dude. Like at some point, I mean, let's say we just matched those 9 countries. We already saved $50 billion, which ain't that much, but still, I'm just saying, man, we're spending more than the next 9 other places, man.
So,
I,
so
Yeah,
I agree with you, Cam. Too, I agree with you. This is what don't make sense to me, and this is what I'm saying. I think it's bigger than that. Is that, and I agree with Trump with this in a little bit about getting rid of it. What's the point of NATO, right? The 9 of those, like you name those 9 countries, 5 of those are in NATO. So what's the point in having an agreement to protect each other, and then say, well, I'm gonna outspend all of y'all still?
the
What's the
intelligence
point?
network having.
What's the point in having a sitting army of over 1 million people, Air Force, all of that, and we hadn't been at war, like on the ground boots war, since 2003? What's the point? That's what I'm saying. I'm not even saying cutting missiles. I'm just saying, what's the point in having people who are? This is what Elon and them don't want to talk about. You got people who are in our active military because it's a taboo topic that aren't doing anything but administration work. But we're keeping a fully staffed thing, and we're not in wartime, right? We're not. So there are ways I think that you can cut the military that isn't going to put the country at risk, right? It could
I don't.
save you
Amer-
some money.
Willie, America cannot be the
I don't
boy
think
who
it's the
gotta
people,
go
man.
get the gun. You got two kind of people when you're standing out, and this is how I like to talk because I like to, because a lot of times I like to put color into
But
this
I'm
so
not
other
cutting.
people
But I'm not
understand.
cutting the
Willie,
gun
you
though.
got two kind of people. You got two kind of people. You got a guy you punch him in the face, and he got after the club, and he got to run to his car to go get the gun, and you punch him in the face, he start digging right there. All right, America, it got to be the guy who right there. Okay,
Uh,
you
we
can't be the
just
guy who
had a.
gotta
We
run to
just
the
You
car.
gotta
we
find
just had a rift.
water.
We
You
just
can't
had a.
have to
We
run to
just
the car, Willie.
we just had a rift though. That's what I'm saying, bro. We've had rifts before where they say, "Hey guys, we are overstaffed in the military." That's literally what happened to Tyler. And they said, dude, would you rather send you on an honorable discharge and you go home now, or do you want to sit and wait the rest of your 3 years? He's saying I get full benefits. That's the whole point of joining it, is to get the full benefits and the honorable discharge. He took it and ran. That's what they could do. They could say, hey, y'all, they could do what they do in the federal employees. Say, hey, because the defense budget is so high. You know what that goes into? See, y'all think missiles. It goes into barracks. It goes into ships. It goes into housing. It goes into so much more than just a gun and a soldier. And that costs money. It costs money to build those barracks. It costs money to pay for your and your family's insurance plans and the active duty plans and all of that. So what I'm saying is, if you trim that, give people who want to leave an opportunity to leave, that's way more effective from a military spending standpoint than you cutting Sally Mae, who been working as a janitor at the Smithsonian, a federal worker, for the last 30 years. Yeah. Her $10 an hour is really gonna push the button. Like, come on. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, man. I agree with you in some ways, man. I just think that so much of it is like, dude, tech. We gotta let Raytheon and Booz Allen and Deloitte stop lying to us, man, about the F-37 and the F-35s, dude. By the time they're making this stuff, it's already outdated, man. Dude, you need to be thinking about straight up drone warfare. More of the AI stuff that Elon is probably gonna push a little bit more. The Palantirs of the world are gonna help out with this stuff. It's just a thing. I just feel like we're spending so much money on like, oh, it took us 5 years to build this plane. Like, it took you 5 years to build a plane, dude. They'll take a whole swarm of drones and bring that whole plane down like nothing. Just got
You spoke on something when you said Elon too. I don't know how he's legally able to have this position because I
I mean, no,
can't
it's
bid
not
on
none of
federal
this is
jobs.
legal, but it doesn't matter, man. When you control
It don't
every
matter.
single
You're right. It
company.
don't matter because I can't bid on federal jobs as a federal employee, but I low key think he's allowed to have SpaceX, which does have a federal contract with NASA, and also be in the DEI, be in that Doge situation. That's gonna come back and bite them at some point. Somebody gonna challenge, like, bruh, you have no
Who
clearance.
gonna challenge him?
Yeah, a representative, a congressman already
Oh
did.
yeah,
His name
representative.
is
Oh, yeah,
Mark. His
file
name
it.
is Mark Pocon. He introduced the Elon Musk Act to ban federal government contracts for special government employees. Trump assigned Elon as a special government employee this week. So
They gonna throw
That's what I'm
that.
saying.
They gonna read it and they gonna throw it in the trash. I mean, man, it just dude the Democrat opposition, man. They just don't have the numbers. They don't have the power. They don't have the Republicans across the aisle to really move that. We can talk again in 2026, though.
I could see it actually making some noise though, because it seemed like both sides hate the rich. They just got different ways on about hating them. So
Absolutely.
that might be a bipartisan issue.
You got Nancy Pelosi up there talking about those rich people. Well, she out there doing insider trading on a bi-weekly basis. So yeah.
Hey,
Right.
look, if you got it, look, I'm not against them for doing that. Do what you want when you popping. Do what you want when you popping. If I could, yeah. I mean, manipulate the system. Do all you can. Make all the money. Because I'm trying to be like you. But at the end of the day, just don't do it to the fact where you are like damaging the economy. Get over like a fat rat in a cheese factory.
Let me
Oh,
ask
the
y'all.
economy finna be
Let
damaged.
me ask y'all this
No,
though.
it's over, man,
So
dude.
so
It's over.
one thing that I do kind of feel like we're agreeing on is the Doge. I know Doge is a controversial department, but I think we're agreeing that it needs to exist because somebody need to cut the fat. No, now where you think the fat need to be cut is debatable and everything like that, but I think we all agree the government is bloated. Is that true? Do we all agree on that?
Yeah.
There has to be some place where you can cut costs. Yo, we got Shaq in the building now, y'all.
Yo, what's up, y'all?
Welcome, Shaq.
Sorry,
Welcome, Shaq.
being late. I didn't even see the link come through.
It's all good, man.
What y'all
But you see,
talking
the,
about?
the the question you brought up, Anthony, that's the same thing we've been talking about. They know where to cut. They are just not gonna cut that. Elon with Doge, he knows where to cut, and I ain't even talking military spending. He knows where to cut, but he's not gonna cut that. That's the whole thing. It's like the whole Thanos thing, right? Man, it's a great idea to get rid of half the people when you don't put yourself in the equation. When I can just pick and choose, say, bro, we got to get rid of everybody, but I'm not going to be to get rid of myself, right? I'm not going to sit here and get rid of my friends. It's going to be
Yeah.
random because I'm saying it's random, but it's not really random, right? Like, let's go after the Department of Education. It's not even a real thing, right? So let's let's go after the stuff
That's
that's
kind of
not
what I'm.
affecting.
Yeah, and see that's one of my biggest beefs about America. Is like the idea of things, it be right. Like we do need to cut fat in the government. I'm sure there are ways to save money, but the way you do it is always wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like they freed the slaves, but freed them into what? The wilderness. You know what I'm saying? So in this situation, like they cutting the fat from the government, but like they just cutting in the wrong way. But I'm gonna go ahead and move on to this next topic, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this up for y'all to see. Okay, let's talk about the infamous plane crash now between the Black Hawk helicopter and the American Airlines passenger plane. So as you guys can see from the graphic, they were about 400 feet in the air, and they collided as they were trying to go into Ronald Reagan Washington Airport. Here's a little bit of backstory. Two deadly plane crashes have happened in the past week. One in Washington D.C., killing 67. Another in Philadelphia, killing 7, injuring 19. It wouldn't be unusual if travelers were reportedly highly apprehensive about air travel. So what y'all think about this, man? Do y'all think something is going on? Is this related to like cuts at the FAA, or like are y'all scared to fly now?
No, I'm about to get on a plane as soon as I can find me another trip for a low price. To be real with you, it's dangerous every time you get up there, man. Life's too short for all that. Hey,
Yeah, I had to get on a plane that Sunday, bro. So I 100% understand all this is going on. I was like, man, my flight already booked. I got to get
Yeah.
up there and get out. So I mean,
here's another government paradox. Okay, there's some places to trim the fat. On the other side of the equation, a lot of the departments and places in the government are chronically understaffed. Chronically understaffed, which is just shows sort of the inefficiency of the entire thing. But I don't know. I've
Damn,
been
you're
seeing
right.
so many
That is
conflicts.
the other side of that sword, isn't it?
Yeah, dude. Also, they make some of them federal buildings, dude, are terrible, man. They be moldy, like they old. It's not the federal government is not a glamorous job like they be talking about it on the news. I mean, yeah, there's some spots that are
Mm-hmm.
cool. Like if you work at the cool Department of Transportation office on the wharf, you popping. But you work at that old FBI building they've been trying to get rid of forever. Yeah. So it's just things like that. But like, dude, I was hearing that things weren't properly staffed. They did fire the whole safety oversight building, like the whole safety oversight committee. Realistically, man, we probably will never find out the true reason. It'll probably have a spin on it. You kind of have to take a grain of salt with everything that comes out. Now, for the most part, I mean, and to be real with you, man, sometimes accidents happen when you have humans piloting things like helicopters and planes. Sometimes accidents happen.
Yeah, for sure. We
I
actually
hear.
got my friend Jerome right here. He travels for work often. Rome, tell us how you've been feeling about traveling lately. Do you feel like sensitive to it at all, or is it like not phasing you?
Yeah, it's definitely a sensitive topic for sure. A lot of times I go to like smaller cities or towns. It requires me to get on smaller planes, similar to the one that did crash. They had how many passengers delayed? I think it was like 67, right? 770, like that.
Hmm.
But yeah. Anyway, I definitely felt like it felt like it hit home for me personally, just because, like I said, I'm traveling at least every other week, one time, going to my destination or going back home. Um, so I definitely sympathize with those passengers and their families and stuff like that, because I can only imagine, going through something like that and having people around here. So it is a tragedy, and just to kind of touch on like the whole conspiracy theory and stuff like that. Like, you know, obviously it's under investigation. It's hard to say like, you know, what really was the motive. But I do say that the Black Hawk jet was at fault, obviously, because it was more so coming towards American Airlines plane than plane was. So,
Yeah, and speaking of that, let me throw this up on the screen for y'all, because I want to just go ahead and get down to the nitty gritty. I mean, if you're scared to talk about it, just go ahead and mute it. But we got to get to this, man. The airplane was on a perfect and routine line of approach to the airport. The helicopter was going straight at the airplane. It was clear night. The lights on the plane were blazing. Why didn't the control tower tell the helicopter to go up or down, etc., etc.? And we had Trump talking about DEI hires when this plane crash happened. Reports say that the pilot of the Black Hawk helicopter was a white woman. And if y'all remember what I said last week about the number one beneficiary of DEI is who? White women. Do y'all think that's what Trump was talking about?
I would say absolutely not. I'm gonna be real with you. I can almost guarantee you they was hoping it was a black dude flying that plane, man. They was praying. They said, "Come on, nigga, come on." Dude, in fact, I saw one of them conservatives online, Charlie Kirk, and he was like, if that pilot was black boy, he better have been qualified. And I just think, man, that's what they were just expecting. It's just more or less, man, that's just kind of the narrative that they're running with. And they just gonna run narrative. Like right now, if you need to blame something on something, just blame it on DEI and get that into the minds of Americans and people and get them to distrust anybody who's not a white guy for the most part. And if you can do that, you can basically influence hiring decisions, influence who's getting awarded certain things, and just really make people start to think. It's almost like it's like racism fertilizer. Just sprinkle a little bit of it there. Just here, look, oh, guess what? That nigga stole over there. Just little bits of stuff like that, man.
So like Trump to me, he's a great deflector, right? So like I don't know if you've noticed, and it goes beyond even the DEI thing. I mean, 100%. He just said that because he had made cuts to the FAA. He just fired basically every director that was there, in the building. So of course that the flack's gonna come back on him. But you remember the tariff thing? Like he's going back and forth on his tariff things forever. At first he's like, bro, we're gonna get tariffs. Then we're gonna tariff Canada and Mexico. But because they sent troops to the border, now we're not gonna tariff them. Well, you know what? Americans might have to suffer a little bit on the tariffs. No, tariffs are great. Right, bro, it's a story every 20 seconds with him. But one thing that he 100% is like 100% sold on is non-accountability. It ain't my fault. It's Joe's fault. It's Bill's fault. It's never my fault. Wasn't my fault when I won. Wasn't my fault when I lost. Right? I'm gonna get rid of Twitter. We should get rid of it. Actually, I saw I got some votes from Twitter. We shouldn't get rid of it. The federal government's gonna buy Twitter. We're gonna be good. Like he is so all over the place, and that's what's the crazy part is you got somebody who will never take the blame. They will never be wrong. If America fails, it's never him. But if America does great, it's always him. And that is just how it is. So, yeah.
I mean, you talking about the guy who got on TV yesterday was talking about, you talk about Gaza over there? Yeah. We gonna clear that out and bulldoze everything up, and then we gonna basically turn it into a nice Disney World type resort. Like he about to run a nice little redevelopment project over there, which is crazy. Imagine you just got bombed out of your home, and they talking about turning it into a place where you can't live at. Everybody else gets to live there, and maybe a few of his favorite ones get to come visit. Insane, man. But, yeah.
Bro, did you see the story where they fired the FBI director? And then his active chief was somebody who wasn't even supposed to be active chief. They sent the nomination email to the wrong dude. And he just accepted it. And they let this man be the active FBI chief for like a month before they realized that he wasn't supposed to be there. And now because he's active chief, they're trying to get rid of him. And now they got to do more paperwork to get rid of him. And he's like, bro, you know what? I'm not even going to do these cuts that they talking about because I don't even know how I got this position. But I got it. Like, bro, that is what we're dealing with right now, bro.
Don't matter, no.
It's the article on it is insane. You don't even think it's real. He's like, bro, I got this position. And they trying to get me like to fire and hire people. But bro, I was literally that person a month ago. So I'm not finna comply. Like that's what we're dealing with right now. We're dealing with we're dealing with the Department of the Treasury head stepping down because he wasn't finna give Elon clearance. Because Elon doesn't even have clearance to do what he's trying to do. You gotta have like a top secret clearance. So he's having to get special like oversight clearance. Basically, like you said,
No,
Cam,
the
they making up rules as they go.
no
They
matter.
making up rules as they
No
go.
such thing as
So
PS Poly when you the man. When you the richest man in the world, none of that matters, man. That boy don't even need a public trust and he's popping. What you want? Which was hot in the streets. It's over, man.
Yeah.
For that, I mean, unless the Democrats miraculously find some new crazy charismatic guy that just, you basically need Gavin Newsom, but from Wisconsin, or like from like a Michigan, or like some Rust Pale City, or a Bill Clinton like smooth talking Southern guy. Like you need somebody that level of marketable to really sway the nation right now, and like you need the tariffs also to make food really expensive. Other than that, man, we might get another 4 years after this one. It is what it is. The crazy thing is, man, dude, I've got so much money invested, like in America. What if it works? What if it all works, man? If it does, it does. It's
at
probably
this
not
point,
going to.
at this
But if
point,
it
you gotta
pops,
kind of like root for whoever in office. But the thing about Trump, I just call him like he's just a chatty patty. He just talk a lot. He don't do much. But Elon, on the other hand, he gets stuff done, and that's probably the most concerning part about this administration. It's not even Trump, but Elon. You know,
shoot, you give Elon power long enough, man, he gonna get us up out of here too. He gonna get us on up out of here like he was from out here. The crazy thing is, man, for the right stock RSU package, man, I'll be right over there at Tesla.
that's crazy.
no.
I'm joking, man.
That's crazy.
Hey,
But y'all. I mean, we being funny, but the world has become that. Cause man, look what happened the other day with Brian Mitchell, right? He came out. He said, "Now this just shows you what the world is now." And this is what I can't co-sign. This might be a spiritual thing. I can't co-sign a lot of it because it just don't. It just I don't don't fool with it. Like when he was talking about, Hitler wasn't bad. He's actually a pretty cool guy to have a drink with. And the Jews had it coming. And okay, that's one thing. Dana White's response. That was stupid. That was dumb, him to say that. I'm not going to suspend him because of free speech. That's dangerous. That's the world we live in now, where you can say all of that. You can call somebody out. It's the same thing with white folks been doing this whole time. They best friends can call you a nigga. And they say, bro, I'm not like that, but I'm still going to be friends with Cody. That's the world we live in. That Now to me personally, for us, for other people, that's cool. For me, we gonna see. It's like the scene in 42 where the dude said, "Look, when you get up there, you have to talk with God. I hope your answer is sufficient. I hope saying I just did what everybody else was doing will suffice. I hope that for a lot of people too. But I can't get down like that. Maybe this is how I was raised or whatever. But I can't sit there and have somebody say that to me and be like, hey, yeah, that's cool because he my friend. Or that's cool because, he a funny guy. That's what we live in now, bro. That's the world we live in.
yeah, I don't know if you saw that guy who killed Jordan Neely, I think is his name, on the subway. That ex-Marine, he choked the dude to death on the New York subway.
Oh yeah, he just got hired.
Yeah, by Andreessen Horowitz as a venture capital. They said they'll teach him. Don't need any DEI over
Deep,
there.
but yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Make the rules up as you go.
For sure. Okay, guys. So now we've reached the section of quick hits. I'm gonna just throw some quick hits at y'all, and y'all let me know y'all's thoughts on it. All right. So the first one, Kanye West reclaims billionaire status. An independent report said he worth $2.77 billion. Once again, what are y'all thoughts on that?
I'm happy for him. I'm glad he got it. I just wish that he would do something with beneficial for the community. That's all. That's
Sure.
all I got to say, man.
I think I'm kind of glad that Kanye got it back because they pretty much knocked him down. Um, so it was cool to see him like rise up once again. Okay.
That
I
boy
just don't like
Jordan,
that.
for me, he lost me a long time ago, man. I'd had enough Yeezys, man. We need to stop letting black entertainers be the main voice and the image of the community. We need to give some different leaders and different public figures. That's all for me.
Okay, so you don't rock with Kanye like that.
I used to be a used to. Hey, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I would have had something positive to say, but I just watched Malcolm X, so I'm pretty militant right now. So I ain't gonna really say what I want to say about him either. But y'all remember that bathroom scene? Or can you remember that bathroom scene in Malcolm X? That's how I feel about it. There you go.
Okay.
Putting all that poison in your hair, trying to be white. Yeah.
Okay, so we actually gonna stick with Kanye on this one. His wife, Bianca Sonori, I think, is the most Googled person on the planet after she showed up at the Grammys naked, effectively. What y'all think about that? She probably sold, $50 million worth of Yeezy. Y'all think that was a good marketing plan?
We salute Kanye for the beef, but that's where it stops.
Hey, man.
We
Some
give
point-
Kanye his props, but that's where it's still.
How old is Kanye West, man?
40
He
something.
about 45.
47 years old and losing common sense by the day. Hey, man,
I'm
you
at
got
47.
two young daughters, man. You might have more kids than that. I can't even remember how many kids they got, man. It just, at a certain point, man, you got to look at how you live in your life and how you want to be perceived by those around you. I hate to be all preachy, man, but come on, dog. What? More power
Don't
to
hate
him,
it.
man. Get freaky with it.
Don't hate it. Be it. Be about it.
I mean, on one
that's what you
hand,
gotta do.
I just can't believe he kind of like hoeing his wife out. But I mean, if it's selling the product, which is I guess is his main goal, by any
Hey,
means
man, at
necessary.
some point, man, you gotta be a soul above product, man. Morals, character, and morals, son.
Oh yeah, man, dude, they sold character and morals like in 2000, bro, in America.
God, man.
Bro, they been exported that. But
Yeah.
all right, on to the next topic for y'all, man. One game wonder. Super Bowl licks. Super Bowl licks, man. Who y'all got? What's y'all's prediction?
Chiefs 35-26. All
Heart with
American
Philly,
people.
money on the Chiefs.
Shaq.
I'm going Chiefs too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Chiefs
Jerome?
on this one.
What did Ric Flair say? To be the man, you gotta beat the man. So I'm going with the man for now. Chiefs.
I do honestly believe if anybody can beat Pat, it's Jalen though.
Dude, they got the run game, man. Keep the ball away from the Chiefs. I wanted to happen so bad. They even got the white boy corner DBs out there, Riley Cooper and them, man. Not Riley Cooper, Cooper DeJean. That's his name.
Hey, yo, you can't be saying Riley Cooper.
Yeah. I mixed up the wrong dude, man. Same team, wrong guy.
Riley Cooper known for saying something crazy too.
Real crazy. Yeah.
Rome, who you got?
Upset.
Upset.
Eagles. I'm going off the grid.
I'm
Okay.
going.
Saquon having a breakout year. They gonna have a scheme ready. I think Saquon gonna run the ground hard and find a way to discombobulate the Chiefs defense. So I'm gonna take the Eagles in the tight one. Super Bowl classic. Mark my word.
I'm going 10-point game, Chiefs. Nah, it's going to be more than a touchdown. We're going to smoke them. And Saquon, y'all going to see Saquon is going to have under, listen to me now, under 110 yards.
He had to say 110. I'm about to say he ain't having under 100 yards. He gonna get 100.
He going to have under 100 too, but me, what I looked at, that's the most he's ever ran against the Chiefs is 110. That's why, but that was when he was with, another team and all, but I know he's not going to perform that high today. Well, Sunday. He's not going to perform high. I'm going to be in there.
Easy Super Bowl bet that won me $100 last year is I took the under on the national anthem. Reba sung it. She hit the under by a long start. I take the over, John Baptiste. The over. That's my easy bet.
For the national
Easy money in your pocket. Yeah, he gonna take the over. His over is 122 seconds. He gonna clear that easy.
Okay. All right, so I'm doing that. Then I'm doing Saquon under 110. Then I'm doing 100 under 110. Then I'm doing Chiefs and win. I'm gonna put probably $200-$300 down. I come back with about $1,000. Easy money. Pay for my trip to Dallas.
Okay.
Hold
All
on.
right.
Willie, did you say, were you joking? You can bet on the national anthem?
Yeah, you can bet on how long it take him to sing. I did it with Reba. She was a under. Her under was a plus. They gave her like 140 seconds. She did it in like 100 seconds, if that. So they lowered his time to 122. But see, Reba a singer. He not. Well, he is, but he gonna have a band. And so because he gonna have a band, he easily clearing 122. Easily.
Yeah, he gonna show out the band a little bit. That's crazy. Am I the only one that didn't know that you could bet on the national anthem?
Yes, and it's when the music stops. It's when the music stops. So that's, you got to remember that. Because you know how they like to freak that last note. Reba didn't. She said, and the home and the brave. But if he get up there and he do the and the brave, yeah. That's all counts towards time. So I really just gave y'all an easy play.
All right, bet. Yeah, I didn't know that. All right, cool.
Also, Eagles first play gonna be a run. I'm taking that too. That's my parlay.
Okay.
National champion, the anthem over. Eagles first play run.
Guaranteed.
All right.
Okay, yeah, so y'all got a few parlays from the guys on that one. We finna move on to this very last quick hit. Kendrick Lamar, Beyonce on screen for the first time in 33 years. The big three categories at the Grammys were won solely by black artists. That's Album of the Year, Song of the Year, and Record of the Year. React.
They not like us. They not like us.
Well,
React.
as a hip hopper,
Uh,
I don't not like us like that. I feel like NBA YoungBoy's diss to Drake was more lyrical. Not Like Us is not a great lyrical song. I like Kendrick for his lyrics and how he raps. Not Like Us, wop, 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 wop. But nah, man.
It wasn't about being lyrical, bro. It's a pop hit. Come on now. Not everything gonna be lyrical. They got on them. They used to get on them for being lyrical.
Here's the lyric.
You
They
can't
hold Drake to the
complain.
exact opposite standard.
They be like, this music boring. I can't turn up to this. This sucks.
Yeah.
exactly. But what
He
did
did. He put Africa at the Grammys.
Down for you real quick.
He put Africa at the Grammys. To Pimp a Butterfly. What he talking about? And then he do not like us.
I wasn't one of those guys.
Wop.
I wasn't one of those guys. I liked Pimp a Butterfly. I like.
Now I will say this: if he's singing that at the halftime show, Lord have mercy.
I don't think he's gonna do it. I don't think he's gonna sing that simple. I mean, but that's the only song he got out that's hot. What we gotta understand is, man, Drake really breathed life into Kendrick because Kendrick was completely out of here. As far as relevancy, he was kind of turning into his legendary status. Kind of like how people look at Snoop Dogg, my favorite rapper, Lil Wayne. He not hot no more. You know, that's what he was going into. Like, kind of like, yo, we respect that. Hey, you got an album came out, but we're not listening to it like that. That's how people treat Wayne. That's how people treat. Okay, I guess Willie bounced. People treat Snoop Dogg, and that's what Kendrick was going towards, man. Because that last album he dropped,
Do you think he really cares
That's
about
kind of
really being hot in the streets though, like that?
yeah, he does. He
Yeah,
does because that
it's
affect.
kind of the same thing that happened with Nas and Jay-Z with Ether.
Yeah, exactly. And then Jay Z kind of then said, okay, now I'm not here no more. Okay, now you won. And can you make a hit without dissing me?
So
Can
is
you
Family
be
Matters
relevant
take
without
over?
being attached to my name? And the answer to that, I don't know what the answer to this
Yes,
would be.
Family
But
But with
Matters is
Jay-Z,
Was that take
takeover.
over?
Definitely.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
Family Matters is way more lyrical than anything
yeah,
Kendrick
it
dropped.
is. And see,
Yeah.
that's what I want to
Yeah.
hear. I want to hear
And then Not
lyrics. I
Like
don't
Us is
like.
basically at there either in this situation.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel
Except for
like
yeah.
I feel like he was trying to be a little artistic with dropping Not Like Us because it was so different than what he typically is, but it was reminiscent of what Drake would drop typically. You know, the fun, dancey pop hit that everybody likes, and he was like, I can do what you do. You can't do what I do. And so he did what Drake does, and it became a big hit, which is tight. I mean, we all like it, but I would say also I agree with you that he was kind of on the outs, right? People weren't really feeling him. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. I listened to it maybe once or twice, and I was kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Every time it came from the shuffle, I would skip it. But ever since this beef, to your point, it did kind of revive him. But I think the true testament would have been what when he dropped his new album, would people think is hot? Or would they still be like, this still ain't good. It's
Dude,
not a
Mr.
diss
Morale and the
track, it's
Big
not good.
Steppers
But his new his huh?
that tour was the highest grossing rap tour in history.
Was it? Oh well I mean
Yeah, you know,
that's
I'm just
dope.
saying, like, I know people wasn't as crazy about the album, but like from a
That's
response,
good.
like, yeah, he did like
Good for him.
But see, he
Good for
wasn't
him.
just performing Mr. Morale songs on that tour. Willie was there. Jerome, did you go?
yeah, I went to
Look,
that joint too.
yeah, he wasn't just performing those songs. He was performing Good Kid, Mad City. He was
Nah, I ain't
performing.
Oh yeah, I meant it more of just like a from a relevance perspective, the
Yeah,
fans still popping out for just anything associated with him for the most part.
I wanna push back
Yeah.
on that though because like to be honest, almost because like when Drake toured, you know, he like double or triple what Kendrick's Mr. Morale tour was, and see it's almost not relevant to the past anymore because like inflation is so high, like the FOMO of like ticket sales and stuff is like just gone through the roof. You know what I'm saying? Like Beyonce tickets, Drake tickets, they're like 2 and 3 times as high as they used to be. So it's like to be the highest grossing tour today in 2023 or whatever that was post COVID, post inflation. Of course, a tour from like 2019 not gonna compare to that. You know what I'm saying? That's
I
why
mean,
I
Drake a
don't.
bigger artist though, realistically.
That's true.
You got to be
But
honest,
I'm
dude.
saying like
He's a bigger artist.
He is the bigger artist, but like
what I'm getting
that's
at is like
also
A
different.
better
you know
artist, realistically,
2019 money is not the same as like 2023 money. That's all I'm saying.
like I was trying to explain to my girl, this Drake and Kendrick thing, this is like Beyonce versus Summer Walker. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever you're talking about the level of, when you talk about the level of,
You think so?
yeah,
No,
look up
man,
Summer
no, you
Walker,
can't.
look up Summer Walker's album sales, and then look up Kendrick's. Look up their streams and look up. It's like, yeah,
Dog, bro, whoa. Summer, bro, you can't do a Kendrick Summer Walker comparison, man.
okay, but you see what I'm saying? It's
He
kind
got
of
a
like
Pulitzer
Drake
Prize,
and
man. He got a Pulitzer
Drake and
Prize.
Kendrick on two different levels
Yeah.
when it come to the rap. Like Travis Scott is bigger than Kendrick, respectively now.
For sure.
When we talking, yeah, Travis Scott bigger than Kendrick. It's not. This isn't one versus two. This is like
Oh no, for
one
sure.
versus 6.
Those are bigger artists. Kendrick just a better rapper than them.
Yeah, yeah. This is like 1
Yeah.
versus 6. This ain't 1 versus
And
2.
nobody wants to hear the like, dude, being realistic, like when Joe Budden has said that stuff about Drake and his album and stuff, he got real mad and made that post like you're listening to a failed rapper, and then he put out like that was that not Scary Hours, or he just put out a pack of songs. Yo, when I tell you Drake was on them songs going in just lyrically, like they asked me why I don't rap the same more anymore. I can't. Like just he was destroying those tracks. But guess what? Ain't nobody even care. Realist. They listened to it for about 2 days and then they just threw it out the window. Realistically, man, if he ain't making the party pop and the ass shake, yeah, it's just not really what people want to hear all that boom bap no more, man. I like it. I'm a purist. But
I hear what you're saying, Cam, but I feel like those songs that Drake dropped were like throwaways, though. It wasn't nothing like for real, you know what I'm saying? Just to keep his name in the media. Now, he made it a mission to say that he finna drop one of the ones coming up soon, so I feel like now we can take him serious. I wouldn't take him serious based off those throwaway tracks, though.
dude, I think some of them throwaway tracks might have been the best Drake I done heard in years, which is crazy. I know. But like he was actually just trying to just straight up rap and just like lyrics, man. I like turn up too, man, but sometimes I just want to, you know what I mean? Put the headphones in and just listen to somebody get off.
Hmm. I feel that. I feel that.
Sure. Yeah, I did like what was that edition called? Scary Hours 3 edition. I definitely
Something
like
like that. Some
Scary Hours. Yeah, Scary Hours too. You talking about from 2021? Like a few years back?
No,
Or
this was
the
like last year.
You talking about them songs that came shortly after Not Like Us and stuff like that. I don't think he's technically
Well,
made
no,
it,
not after
right?
Not Like
oh,
Us.
it
I'm
was
talking about
100 gigs.
during after For All the Dogs. He put out some tracks after For All the
Oh,
Dogs because people was hating on him, like, why didn't you grow up at all? And he
I
actually put
got you.
out some like grown man songs. Yo, the streets was not trying to hear that.
I got you. It's yeah, it was for all the dolls, Scary Hour edition. That's what it was. The one he dropped last year was 100 gigs. I pulled it up just now. Yeah, the one he dropped
Yeah.
after that, Not Like Us.
Scary edition, bro. That thing was crazy. I might put that on today.
That one was good. I would give him that. The ones that he added at the end there, he tacked on. I was like, okay, these are actually pretty good tracks. But I still think that I don't know. I mean, I want to see my boy succeed. I've always liked Drake. I liked Drake before it was cool to like Drake. Like back in the
Yeah, we
day,
was back there on the
back
replacement girl and all that, man.
back in the day when he looked like this. This is the Drake that I grew up with. That's the Drake that I knew. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
listening to
man.
that back in the day, man. And
I used to watch the Grassy,
hate
man.
to,
That
Yeah,
joint
me too, man.
Drake was rapping on Jimmy in the wheelchair, man. He was out there, man.
he,
He was
he
messing with
was
Drake.
he
So
was the real
Shaq,
one stuff.
you know about songs like Get Over It and stuff
I'm
like
still
that.
fly.
And yeah, I'm
Ooh, I'm still like,
Y'all know that I'm
yo.
still fly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, what else is on
Good
there?
times,
Congratulations.
man.
Replacement
Songs
girl.
like Bitch is Crazy.
Don't
That's
you,
another
Yeah.
one.
don't you?
That's just crazy.
Heck
Oh
yeah.
man.
Classics.
I don't know. Are any of those on the one that he dropped? Thank me later. Right. I don't think any of those are on.
Those are songs
Oh,
like Dreams Money Can Buy the
Those are
Trap
like,
Day in the East, stuff like that.
yeah, you have to get that from LimeWire. Back in
The
the day.
Internet Archive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, man. I guess we could wrap it up there. I mean, y'all got any final
Yeah,
hits
what about
to
the plane
speak on?
crash? What y'all think
Anything?
about the plane crash?
We spoke on the plane crash.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I was on the phone talking to the truck driver. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, y'all got anything else? Any final remarks?
I am curious what y'all said.
Oh
I know this
yeah.
ain't really a podcast. What y'all say about Luca?
Oh yeah, man. Basically, some of us thought Luca was in LA to stay, Some didn't. But the main question is, if he does stay, can he win a chip like all the previous greats who came before him in LA? You know,
Gotcha. Y'all think it was a smart move?
smart move for
Yeah,
the
it's a
Lakers.
smart
Yeah,
move.
No.
Was it
I mean, what they
25?
say, that Luka, that number 77 Laker jersey finna go crazy at frat houses across America.
Dude,
It is. It
he's
is. So
25. I was eating too many chicken wings and drinking too many beers at 25 too. He gonna be all right.
y'all think, but why y'all think they traded him though? Did y'all talk about that?
no, okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah,
Yeah,
why
why do
do
y'all think
y'all
they
think?
traded him?
Yeah,
Cause he was eating too many chicken wings and too much tequila out there in Deep Ellum, man. Dog, he
I
was out
think
of shape. Apparently, they thought he probably had a bad attitude, man. It just, hey,
I
man. Uh,
I I think that's the thing, man. I've been doing some this whole week. I've been talking with my buddies about this, and we like every day we come with a different idea, a theory about what's going on. Then we had somebody else come in today and start talking about it, and it actually opened my eyes to another thing. I feel like you're right though, Cam. Part of it was I think the food thing is a cover up. I think it's a nice way of not tarnishing his reputation.
his work ethic.
But yeah, exactly. But I think there's more to the story. I think the fans love him, but everyone else that works with them probably would like hate to see that man coming. Like you ever had a coworker or like been on a team with like somebody that was like super talented, they're really good, but like off the field, you know that they were a terror, and the coach would tell them, "Why are you late to practice?" And they just do it in care or something, right? Like just there's no one could control them, those kind of people, because they knew they were, you needed me. Like I feel like they may have bred a monster, and they were like, we gotta get rid of the monster. There's no reason for us to pay this man this 300, almost $50 million for I mean, no disrespect to him, but someone that a man child, right? That needs to grow up. Let's send him off somewhere else. We can get somebody else in his place that's gonna be, disciplined, get the work done. And also, not to mention another thing, this is the last thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna shut up. Uh, I don't know if y'all noticed this, but Luka had a very specific way of ball handling, and when he comes down the court to the offensive side, I know everyone wants to talk about defense and stuff, but when the man comes down the court on the offensive side, the man slows down the game way too much. He slows down the game. He sits there doing this, just like slowly backing the person down, like posting them up at the 3-point line. And then finally, once he runs out of time, he decides to pass the ball. I watched the game last night. It was the first Mavs game that I actually watched in a while. But I watched the game last night, and I saw the ball movement just beautifully, just going around the arc, pass, looking, catching looks. Oh, boom, ditch it in there. You can never do that with Luka, because Luka would always come down the court, hold the ball for a good like 6, 7 seconds, and then finally pass the ball. And now you don't have that much time to do something, right? Or he makes a bad pass, or maybe you jack up one of those threes and make something. And then everyone's like, he's the man. But he's not a good teammate yet, you know. So
I'm
yeah,
glad
I
you
feel like
said that. I'm glad you said that because that's the first thing I said when I saw the trade. I said they know something that we don't know. That I
mhm.
fully believe that. But see, the question I then asked myself, if I was the GM, is it harder to find a generational talent, or is it harder to whip a generational talent into shape? I think it's harder to find a generational talent. So me, if I was the GM, I would bet the 350 million that he could win a couple of championships and make billions. but that's just me.
I mean, dude, you're not finding others. Just Luka. Luka's walking around the streets. They just you just
Nah.
not really find those guys. Also, man, I mean, dude, we've all watched the Luka Doncic. You know, when defense hit, he'd be like, "Hey, I'm gonna be over here. Let me know when we get the ball back." But also, man, there's something we gotta talk about, man. That dude, I know Dallas is a place, man, where people don't like talk about it like the same way they talk about Houston. But man, Dallas is a money city, whereas like any celebrity or kind of really athlete that you really have that lives in Dallas, man, they kind of go through it when it comes to the work life social scene balance in a lot of ways, man. From Ezekiel Elliott to Terrell Owens to Michael Irvin, they all seem to kind of get caught up in that scene out there, man, of people really flying money, turning up and stuff. I don't know that Luka's really out there going but so crazy, but it's just the kind of city, man, that kind of I think it brings out the worst in some people, man, especially when you get exposed all that. The dude is from Slovenia. He never had no chicken like they making out there.
he said, he said the food was too good, huh?
Oh, the
What was
food,
that?
chicken, the
What's that,
women.
Teddy?
You never seen that.
What's that?
They got Dirk out. They had Dirk out there with the sisters, man.
Oh my God.
Don't sleep on Dallas, man, when it comes to that like lifestyle. If you got money,
That-
it's a playground for rich people. So
That's a good
Sure.
point. Yeah.
the
Sure.
boy's 25.
Well, yeah, man. Another great pod, man. Glad for everybody who joined, people who jumped in and jumped out. You know, man, February 5th. This has been a great pod, man. Great discussion. Good to have y'all.
One more thing, man. One more
We got
thing.
5 fouls, and we about to foul out.
Okay. Before we fall out, man, we gotta send a special. We gotta send a special rest in peace to Irv Gotti, man. Irv Gotti just passed away.
Oh, he passed?
Founder,
Irv
yeah,
Gotti
passed
just
away.
died.
Yeah, Irv Gotti the founder of Murder Inc. Man.
54?
A lot of our favorite songs, especially the duets with Ashanti and Ja Rule, were written and produced by him. You know, so rest in peace to a hip hop legend, Irv Gotti.
Rest in peace, man.
Rest
Peace
in
out,
peace.
y'all. See y'all same time.
Peace out.
next week, man.
Foul out.
5 fouls, man. We fouling out.
Uh,